Now I'm good. But now what's going on? No. Oh, come on. I'm such a noob. Hello and welcome back to another video of GT Sport. This is for my man, Super GT. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you get well soon. I miss your videos. Until then, until you're back up, I'm gonna post some videos. Because I miss GT Sport. And I miss watching your videos. So here we can see another race, second race of the day for me, daily race. It looks like I qualified up in third, so I'll take it. Starting in the Jag. I want you to keep on your eye on the first place here. He had a sickening qualifying time, really fast, but just not the race pace that you would expect from such a great qualifier. And we have some questionable ethics that we'll view, and let you be the judge. So let's see what happens here. And you know, it's funny, this is the second time recording this. I'm such a noob at this that I recorded it and laptop ran out of batteries. So here we are again, off to turn one. Looking like I have a really good start here. Already past second place, already up into second place. Hard on the brakes. Ooh, it looks like I'm gonna get away with it. Pushed a little wide, but I think I'm okay. You got Loco Dice going a little crazy back there, but everything looks good. Looks like we made it. We got the RCZ in front of us, that front wheel drive nightmare of a car. No, I mean, it's fast. I just don't like front wheel drive cars. I don't like how they handle. But there's some questionable stuff going on here. Getting a good run off of this. Oop, nope. A little bit too much wheel spin. So the tires are still cold. Still gotta warm them up a little bit so the grip is not there and full of fuel. And you can see him just slow going down the straightaway now. How do you look behind? No, that's not it. Did everybody look behind? No, that's not it. How do you just... No? Well, here I'm catching up. What's going on here? I'm faster than him. He's trying to block me. So I try to go on the inside. He blocks me, but then he turns invisible. He's all over the place. I think he's gonna hit me here. No, he becomes invisible again. It looks like I'm good because he's ghosting for some reason. Now I'm good. But now what's going on? No. Oh, come on. What is up with that first place, dude? Lackers fan 57. You got a 1 second penalty for that. I don't think that's enough because he basically ruined my race. I'm back in sixth. Let's take a look at that again. I don't know what's going on here. Like, he's all over the place and ghosting, so I think I'm good, but just not good enough. I'm in first at this point. Now back to sixth. That's gonna be sixth. I got lucky there. At least I didn't get a penalty. But is that enough? Is that enough to 1 second penalty? Is that enough to make the difference in my race? I was going for the lead there. It looks like I had it. He was definitely ghosting. I'm not sure what that was about, but then of course came back to life, or back from the shadow realm, as Super GT would call it, just to make my life a little miserable. So, all right, head down. We've got this. Let's just concentrate, look forward, and figure out what we can do here. Let's kind of calm down, settle down. Tires are getting up to nice temps. And we're gonna see if we can make some stuff happen. But it's not over between me and that first player. He's dropped down to second place now. Let's take a look at him. MacPo too, he kind of scored on that one. It looks like Loco Dice going for the inside. Maybe not. he's definitely using the wall to turn. So at least on that lap, right? So he's getting ready to slow it down. No, what's going on here? Whoa! Did you see that? Look at it from my point of view. Here I'm coming up. He's obviously served his penalty. Coming up. I'm on the outside. What do I do here? Coming up on the outside. I'm turning. Let's see, my wheel is almost cranked all the way to the right. Let's see he's cranked to the right as well. But it looks like at this point he almost gives up and just goes straight, and actually looks like, yeah, he is turning to the left to try to punt me. I don't know, but it didn't work. Thank goodness he ghosted and I was able to go through him. And this time I don't think he's gonna be able to get in front of me to ghost back into existence from the Shadow Realm, and his day is almost done there, it looks like. So thank goodness for that. Thank goodness I'm in fourth now. Let's take a look and see how he's doing. Wait, where'd he go? And he quit? Yes, he quit. It's such a bummer when people do that. You know, ruin my race from the first corner, and then it looked like he tried to take me out again just to quit, which doesn't really do anybody any good. I know that if you quit sometimes. Ooh, I just got hit a little bit right there by Harlow. So it's okay, let's recover, let's figure this out. I know when I try not to quit any race, but I know that when I've made a mistake and have penalties and think, oh my gosh, this is gonna make my sportsmanship go down, I'll quit. And sometimes that doesn't affect it. Sometimes it does. But I don't know the consistency of that, because it seems to be very inconsistent, just like the penalty system. But that's another whole topic of discussion. So in this case, I try not to quit any race, even if I have a bad first turn or something like this happens. I've had some of my best drives trying to get back up through the field. Look at this, down the inside, trying to keep it clean, giving him plenty of room on the power early to try to get ahead of him, and it looks like that was successful. Try to flash him a little bit too to distract him if he's looking in the mirrors. Rather have him looking at me than at his braking point, so he makes a little, kind of force him into a mistake. But nothing like a clean pass. And it looks like he's gonna do me a favor and kind of get it all wrong behind me, so thank you. That takes the worry off me, and now I can focus forward. Looks like the Renault gained a place too. So now let's look at ahead. Let's get the power down and focus on who's ahead of us. We got Local Dice and MacPo 2. And his fastest time was a 1:53. His last lap was a 1:53.1. His was a 1:52.8. And mine was a 1:53.9. Yikes. So I'm not going to catch him doing those kind of laps. But, whoa! Oh, okay. That's not a way to do that. So it looks like I'm kind of need to regain my composure here. Everything's fine. Almost took myself out. That corner was just, turn one was sometimes really tripping me out. And I don't know if I couldn't see it very well, because I felt like I was turning in way too late on a lot of them, a lot of the laps. I felt like I had it at first, and it wasn't a corner for me to worry about. This is one of the corners I was having the most trouble with. I'm not sure what turn number that is, but this one that leads up to the long straight, I wanted to maximize my power getting out of it. And my strategy, too, is just to take the cars I like. So sometimes I don't choose the fastest cars. This looked like it was pretty high up there as far as consistency on the top 10 qualifier, so I didn't end up choosing this one. But some cars like the RCZ, I will not really take that because I don't enjoy driving it. So just to get a fast car to possibly win these races, I want to have fun at this game. So for me, taking rear-wheel drive cars, sometimes using TC on some corners, traction control, sometimes not. I try not to use traction control. Sometimes I kind of use it to my advantage, especially on tracks that the tire degradation is really bad and your tires wear out really quickly. But most of the time I'll take Porsches or BMWs, just cars I really like. I'm a Porsche guy, BMW guy. So even though I know, I think that, what is this, GT4 racing here? I know that the Cayman GT4. In fact, I think I took it for the first race. It was just a dog on the straightaways, but I still try them. I still like those cars. So if I can have fun driving them, trying to keep up the pace in the corners is fun for me, but it just was losing out to the straightaway. So I had to switch over. This Jag is really cool. The camber on those front wheels, right? The relationship to the wheels standing up vertical versus canting over, like tilting over, the top end tilting over into the fenders, negative camber, right? The bottom end kind of coming out. These things, look at that camber on that straightaway shot. Looks like it's broken on the right front at some points, even on the left front. But obviously this is just a game, and none of that matters. But in real life, right, that helps you through the corners. So you'll see a lot of negative camber in race cars because it helps them in situations like this where they're cornering. And you don't really want it for your street car because you'll wear out the insides of your tires. But it looks cool. And it'll help you corner. But you just don't really do a lot of heavy cornering enough so your tires wear correctly. Most of it's freeway driving or whatever. Wherever you may be. I don't want to pretend what kind of driving you do. But I hope you have fun when you're doing it. So here we go, rocking through these corners. So the last lap was not good for me because you saw that turn 1 incident I had. So 154.1, let's see if this is any better. Flashing my lights, that was a 151.8. Better than 154.1, obviously. So I am trying to get local dice to recognize me and see me, and I really want him to look at me instead of his breaking points so he can make some mistakes and I can catch up to him. Oh, it looks like I turned in too early and hit the wall on that one. Yeah, he's also has a terrible internet connection, so he's just jumping all over the track. Which is so confusing sometimes. It's really distracting for me. I've raced in my past and, raced GT, Gran Turismo ever since the first one. But for me, I'm dead concentration. Like, it has to be quiet. In fact, most of my racing's done in the middle, like late at night, after 9 o'clock at night when the kids are all in bed. I have a day job and, I don't know what's going on there. I have a day job and I have 4 kids and a wife and 4 dogs, and so there's a lot of distractions, and I can't do this during the day. It's too distracting. I have to wait till everybody's kind of asleep, or at least quiet time, quieting down for the evening, and so I'm usually racing from, not every night anymore, but at least from 9 o'clock to 11, 12, if it's fun. I might stay on for 4 or 5 hours, but definitely not a daily thing. But since my man Super GT is not making any videos right now, and I don't really know him, I was one of his early subscribers. I liked getting away and watching a video every now and then. It's kind of a fun lunch hour thing for me to do, and looking forward to getting home at night and getting out of the day job and getting some racing in at night. And this game just hooks me. I mean, I am hooked. Every time I just want to do one race, I can't, because I think, I could do better. I can win this race. I messed up here, I messed up there. If I get a better start, blah, blah, blah. And it hooks me. Especially if I'm having a bad night. Like, man, I could have won this race if I didn't get punted. I've come back from last place to second place. So that's got to be, I was flying. And those are some of my best races, I feel, even though it's kind of a bummer getting a bad start, but like I said, I try not to quit. And my rating right now is an S, but I've gone down to B rating, having a couple bad races. There's some definitely tracks that lend itself to bad races that I will just skip for the week because I know it's just going to make my sportsmanship go down. So I try to just keep to the tracks that are wide open, like this one. This one was challenging because of these GT4 cars. You really had to keep your pace up. So I almost feel like slow in, fast out was better because of all the straights. And yeah, I want to carry as much speed as possible in the turns, but I felt like if I went in too quick and didn't accelerate out fast enough that it would just really hurt my pace on these straights. And I was really gaining a lot of time on people, especially this corner right here. If I'm in third gear, by the time I'm straight, I'm golden. And so you can see he's doing 112, 114 at that shadow. I'm doing, well, I think his internet was crazy. But I'm gaining on him. Obviously, you can see I'm gaining on him. Flashing my lights, letting this guy know I'm back there. Come on, local, make a mistake here. Hard on the brakes. Oh my gosh, getting tons of time right there. And then what happened there? I don't know. I think I was ahead of him for a second there. So I don't know about you guys, but internet connections like that in front of me are just so hard to concentrate. Yeah, I think at one point I hit him, but I didn't realize I hit him. It might have been here. I might have been back in that corner. I might have hit him to give him a tap because now it seems like he's kind of ahead of me a little bit more. I'm hoping that he's going to do this corner kind of bad so I can just come up the inside and make a clean pass. Giving him plenty of room, so it looks like he's kind of got it all wrong, even though his internet connection is bad. So I'm trying to defend this next corner to make sure that his internet connection doesn't punt him up in front of me. It looks like I'm good. This corner's pretty... You sacrifice right there to go full power all the way out of this corner and down this little mini straight. So it looks like, internet connection aside, he's giving me a little break here, and it's off to first place and less distracting glitchy driver in front of me. Power down was good off of that corner. You see at this shadow, I'm 124. He's 100, same thing. But my last lap was a 152.5. That's what the glitchy in front of me. His was 154.9. That's obviously why I passed him. He's a 153.2. So it looks like I can pass MacPo. So head down, concentrate, and let's get on it. We got 2 laps to do it. Not sure if I can get it done. We'll have to see. Tires looking good. The fronts are a little bit slightly worn. Let's go to the first player. Same thing. He's got the light show working, so that's cool for him. I like the flashing. Looks like he's not on a steering wheel. He's on like a controller. But at least his internet is okay. I feel like that Citroen is super quick in a straight line, but the cornering speeds are really low, a lot lower than, say, mine are. Using up all the road there, maximum power, maximum speed. I'm trying to keep my speed up here. Sacrifice that corner a little bit so I'm full power all the way through this whole part. Braking a little bit on this left-hander, trying to balance the car for heavy braking for this last corner, which I slowed down enough to make a good turn in and power out through the apex all the way out. It's such a long straightaway here. Let's see what the lap times are. Oh, it's gonna be a good lap. So we're at a 151.9, not as good as I thought. He's at a 152.8, so you can see we're catching him. Final lap, I don't know if it's gonna be enough time. It looks like I'm just gonna run out of laps here. Make sure I'm smooth. Go full power all the way through these set of corners. Just about turn in, just about on the brakes there. Hard on the brakes to get this corner right. Because there's a long straightaway, so you want to start the power, put the power down as quickly as you can. I just don't think that we've got enough speed here to get this guy. He's doing about 73, 70 miles an hour through there. I'm faster through there, but we just can't catch him. So it looks like I'm gonna have to settle for second place unless he really botches it towards the end here. Oh, looks like that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If not, then I'm sorry. All right, until the next one, cheers.